Welcome mates, I am Bloodthirsty Lord, but you can call me Lordy, and today we're back once again highlighting some more Predator Hunting Grounds gameplay in the trailer itself, but also highlighting some topics which we'll be covering the customization that you can use within Predators and Marines, the weapons they can use, and also the classes that do exist within these categories that we discovered in one of the most recent trailers. And if you mates do go on to enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button to show your support towards the channel. So let's get into the content. So there's a couple classes when it comes to the Predator side and Marine side, so let's begin with the Predators. The Predators have three classes: Hunter, Berserker, and Scout. Hunter gives you versatile hunting styles, balanced weapon choices. The Berserker gives you savage power, extra health, and the third class Scout will give you increased speed and ultimate stamina. So the Hunter class is the most well-rounded class that you'll be able to use within the Predators, but also if you do want to use the Berserker, that is more of your tankish class. That's when you go more for crowd control and also damage as you're the tanky Predator, and within Scout you're more fragile, so most likely have less health towards your name, but that is compensated by your increased speed and also ultimate stamina, which is most likely the resource that you have to use in order to use heat vision, manage your resources when it comes to weapon categories like plasma cutters, and doing the damage that you need to do in order to kill the Marines. I'm pretty sure that is your stamina bar, which is like the battery bar within this game. And the weapons that you'll be able to use within the Predator class more of a hack and slash type of environment, but you do have some range categories as well. So let's explain that. First is the Plasma Cutter, the original weapon within the game. The Plasma Cutter sits on the left shoulder and does damage from afar, and you can charge it up to do extra damage, but that will also drain your stamina bar or resource bar to a lower outcome. Heat vision, which is notorious with these characters. You pretty much can see your enemies from a distance. There's no alien vision because there's no aliens in the game, so that doesn't really matter. Just heat vision, that's all you'll be able to use to detect your enemies from afar as a quick glimpse of where they are in case they're camouflaging with the environment or map. Next part is trip mines. Trip mines are mines that you can place on the ground, and if an enemy does go past it, plasma is released and it does explode on impact and will destroy enemies close by. Usually these abilities are impacted by a slow effect as well towards enemies, but I'm not too sure if that exists within this game as well. Next weapon is a spear, which you can throw from a distance and use in a hack and slash environment in melee range as well, but once chucked, I'm pretty sure you don't have the weapon in your hand anymore, so you have to go to that location, pick it up, and then you'll be able to use it within your weapons or gadgets as the Predator. And expect a headshot multiplayer when you do chuck this spear towards enemies, because that used to happen in the other games as well. And if you need camouflage, there is an invisibility gadget as well, which you can use within the game, but expect that to drain your usage of your stamina bar as well. Alongside that, a smart disc, which is kind of different in this game compared to the last one because you can control it in this game when the other one just used to ricochet. So in this one, you'll be able to control its pathing as you chuck it, and do damage to enemies that it does go through. But also, if the smart disc has not been thrown, you can use that as a hack and slash weapon as well. Furthermore, within the footage of the trailer, Predators can pounce quite a bit from tree to tree, but also do a lunge movement or a sliding movement towards enemies, which didn't exist in any other game previously, so Predator sliding, watch out for that. Towards the end of the trailer, where you notice a final customization for Predators, which is changing the gender to a female Predator or Hunter, which has never been done before in a movie or a game. It has been done in the comics, that's where it originates from, and it's kind of sick to see it here as well. So I don't know if that's just its own class, because she is using a archer weapon or bow and arrow, which you can pretty much shoot at any distance and charge it up for more a direct and faster shot towards the enemies, as we see from the gameplay. And of course, they do have skins based from other movies or other categories, like the 1987 pre-order skin that we discussed in the last video. For the Predators, there's a whole bunch of references when it comes to the skins itself. Expect that to be happening towards the Predators and also towards the Marines, as they do have skins for each. Predators can also perform stealth kills or executions to collect trophies. I'm not too sure if there's any special versions of those executions that you can choose from before entering a game, or they're just chose at random, but that will be something that we discover on a later date for sure. And now let's move on to the human side / marine side. There isn't too much information there except for the AK-47s or full automatic weapons. I didn't see too many snipers or any other ranges of like shotguns and stuff. I didn't see that yet in any of the trailers or gameplay that was shown, except for some of the versions of trailers, but they weren't gameplay at all. It's just they show some of the weapons there, but nothing in detail in the game yet. But they also carry grenades, up to 3 I'm pretty sure, and alongside a knife, which they can use for melee attacks. That's all I've seen at the moment. And there might be 3 classes as well, which is Cobb, Scout, and Sharpshooter. I think that's the 3 classes they do have for the Marines, but nothing in detail what special gadgets they get or special perks they get. I have no clue at all yet. We have to still find that out. So as you've noticed, there's a lot of discovery that still needs to be done on this game as we get more information about this game and what it actually will shape up to be. Obviously right now it's just a player, which is a Predator, versus 4 other players, which are the Marines, and they do have their classes, their loadouts, their weapons, their skins, and their specialities they can use in order to win within this game, as Predators will need to kill all the Marines, and Marines will need to escape from the Predator, as they're the prey of the Predator. So obviously a very interesting component to bring to a game, and I can't wait to experience this for myself on a sooner date. But until then, it was a pleasure, and I'll catch you mates on the next one. Bye.